Hello, my name is Mariah. I'm going to be your counselor today. Would you like to share your name?
Yeah, sure. Manny,
Hey Manny, how are you today?
I've been better.
You've been better. So before we get started, I would just like to let you know that whatever you share here is confidential, unless it's safety related, like something about you hurting yourself or others or someone else is hurting you. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So would you like to share kind of what brought you in today and how maybe you could be doing better?
Just feel like I've just been stressed out and overwhelmed at work.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on at work that's making you feel that way?
I just feel like I get asked to do more than everyone else and, taken advantage of. And, it's just annoying. It's aggravating. I feel like the cases are ever ongoing, but, the casework is the casework. But I feel like what I'm being asked by supervision is above and beyond what anyone else is being asked.
Can you share with me what you do for work?
Yes, I do child protective services.
That's a tough job. You see a lot. So to feel like people are asking more of you must definitely feel overwhelming and stressful.
Yeah, I just want to do my fair share like everybody else.
How is your relationship with your supervisor?
I mean, it's alright, they're alright. They just be asking me to do too much. It's not just them, it's most supervision.
It's not just
Well, I don't work only directly with my supervisor. I work with other people too.
Okay, so like your colleagues as well that may be asking you for additional
Right.
Okay. Is there a time that you felt that you were able to manage this a little bit better in the past, or do you feel like this may be something new?
I mean, this is the longest I've been at a job, so usually I just leave my job when it starts to get to this point. Once I start taking advantage of it, feeling taken advantage of, I did.
So what's making you stay?
Because I'm not going to be able to make this money anywhere else.
Okay, so the pay is important to you. If you were able to get this same pay doing something else, would you be satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit more about what you would like to get from our sessions here and why you kind of reached out?
I'm just stressed out at work. I'm just trying to see if I'm crazy or if they doing too much.
So you want to know if it's you or if it's them. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to get you to that answer, but we can explore maybe what's going on and maybe how you can feel different about the situation, to either stay at your current employer or maybe...
Well, I just want to know if they're taking advantage of me or if this is normal work shit.
Okay. So how do you think I can help you get that answer?
I don't know. Like, you're supposed to be like this counselor. You're supposed to be, someone who is sane, someone who can tell if people are crazy. So you can't tell me if I'm tripping or not.
Well, I can't tell you if you're tripping or not, and I can't tell you if what your employers are doing is truly unfair to you because I'm not in that role, but I can help you identify kind of how you're feeling and how we can navigate through this so it can be different. I don't know, I can't give you an answer for your employees. I'm not your employer.
Gotcha.
And I don't have a magic wand to just make it go away.
I'm not trying to make anything go away. I just want to know if I'm crazy.
Do you feel crazy?
Yeah, they make me feel fucking nuts on the regular. I be this close to fucking flipping out. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They be asking me oh, I see that you have like a low caseload. Like, oh, why don't you help Susie close some of her cases? Like, but I'm barely keeping mine low. Like, I don't have time to help Susie. Like, and like they fucking, it's not really them asking. Like, it's expected. Like, and it's just bullshit. Or it'll be like, oh, well, we found some marks or bruises on this kid. Like, oh, who'll do a good job with this? Like, oh, let's send Manny out. Like, but like, I already did my share for the day. Like, why am I getting extra work? Because it's a hard case. Like, that should be evenly distributed. And it's like, like I tell them, but like it is what it is. Like with casework.
So you tell them, what do you tell them? That you're feeling overwhelmed and that you don't feel that you have the time to help out other staff?
Yeah, I feel like I tell them like I'm barely managing my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think this shit is easy to stay low? Like, nah, like I'm not trying to get high. Like, why would you give me more work? It's like I'm being like, my reward for doing a good job is more work.
That's tough. Well, I don't think that you're crazy. It does seem like you have a stressful job and that the job is stressful and can create a lot of stress, what you're dealing with in child protection. I imagine that there's timelines and deadlines for you, your coworkers, and that it could get hectic at times is what it sounds like. So I can't say I don't think that this is you being crazy. It does seem like maybe the job is a little stressful. Do you have any self-care techniques that you can do when you're feeling stressed, or anything that makes you feel better or different in that moment to?
Like, yeah, obviously, like I know how to calm myself down, but like I'm just trying to see if I shouldn't be this upset or should I be. Like, yeah, self-care is cool, but like the next day if you're going back in there, like what the fuck does it different? Doesn't matter if you're still being like like shit. I just need to know if this is a normal feeling for people at work.
I think it's a common feeling for people at work. They feel very stressed and overwhelmed, and it can make you feel like you're going crazy. And you're not, but it might be just you telling yourself that you need a break. When is the last time that you had a break or took a vacation?
The last time I took a break, I called off right around my birthday because they moved my departments without any like heads up or notice. So I took a week off.
And when is your birthday? When is that?
In August.
Okay. So a couple months ago.
But the thing about taking off time, like you have like ongoing cases, is like you feel better for those days. But then when you get back to the office, you're more behind. So it's like an ever perpetuating cycle.
Because the work doesn't go anywhere.
Because the work doesn't go anywhere, right? So it really don't matter if I'm there or not. It'll be there when I get back, generally, unless I fucking croak. That's the only time the work goes somewhere. If someone gets serious medical condition or they croak, that's the only time you get relieved, tapped out as a child protective worker.
So you can't get that extra support because it sounds like you help a lot of other people. I'm just wondering.
I'm the extra support.
Oh, you are the extra support.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Like, who do I go to for extra support if everyone comes to me?
But you're not a supervisor.
I'm a senior.
You're a senior. What does that mean?
So, like, pretty much I'm in charge of the supervisors out. And so the supervisor, like, obviously, like, tasks things to me, you know, to help out. And I don't mind that for, like, the younger employees, but oftentimes the people that I seem to be helping most are other seniors. Because my team has mostly seniors on it.
And you're still helping support those seniors when they should also be able to do their own work and support some of the other regular caseworkers.
Yeah, I try not to complain when I help caseworkers because I get paid extra to do that. But like, why am I being tasked with senior stuff? Like,
so that's where the unfairness comes in.
I don't want to go there in the morning. I have all this like anxiety, like not to like over disclose, but like I'm on the toilet for like an hour before I even go to work because like I'm sick to my stomach having to go in there because I'm so anxious. You know, I didn't really know what it was at first, and then I read something in the paper, and this worker was like, you know, like she was so stressed out that it was causing like, you know, like an overactive, you know, like,
bowel movements.
yeah, like I forgot what it was called exactly, like, you know, but pretty much like messing up her stomach. And I was like, oh shit, that's what that is. And then I was instantly able to correlate it, like, oh, that's why it's every time before I go to work.
So that definitely kind of brings us back to a little bit what you said in the beginning about, you know, feeling crazy and different and other people being at work. If you found an article that relates to that, it definitely seems like that's probably a very common thing in your job description, that other people probably feel that stress, that it was an article written about it.
Yeah. Other people probably do feel stressed. Like you said, it can be stressful work, but like, I don't know. I just feel like especially overwhelmed. Like, I already know I'm about to lose it on somebody. I'm this close.
Okay. Like, we don't want you to lose it on anyone, so.
And me either. That's why I've been asking people to leave me the fuck alone. You know, in my head.
When you called off for your birthday, around your birthday, when you went back to work, did you feel very overwhelmed? Was it a lot more to do?
I think I was on the stage where I just was over it and didn't give a fuck. But eventually, as I came back to, because, you know, I do care about my families and stuff like that, I started to refill that stress again. Because it's like, it's deeper than regular work, because like I actually do care about the families that I'm serving, you know. Like, I don't want to be a bullshit worker, you know what I'm saying? Do you?
Do I what?
You know what I'm saying?
I can relate. I care about my clients as well, so, you know, not the exact same work that we do, but, you know, kind of the same ones. We're just dealing with a lot of trauma in our day-to-day life, so I can relate a little bit on a certain level, not 100% on what maybe you are experiencing in your role, though, as a child protective worker. It's a tough balance. So we will meet.
Oh, we're good.